All right, guys, welcome back to another 10-Minute Tuesday.
Welcome.
This 10-Minute Tuesday is brought to you by First Light. And if you haven't checked out any of the First Light waterfall products already, you guys should definitely go do it. I would highly recommend anything that is wool. All the wool stuff from First Light is unbelievable. It's my favorite base layers.
It keeps you so warm.
Yeah.
The wool, it keeps you so warm.
And speaking of staying warm, this 10-Minute Tuesday, we want to talk a little bit about late season hunting, which you would need to be warm for in Minnesota.
Right.
Yeah, very cool.
Doesn't feel like late season right now.
No.
Very warm.
50.
Yep.
What's going on with the weather, bro?
Global warming.
It must be.
You know,
Has to be.
we should have brought Kamala.
Al Gore.
We should have brought Kamala Harris
No,
into
dude,
office.
we gotta call Al Gore.
She would have cured global warming if she would
I
have
think
gotten
this
in.
would call for a specialist, to be honest. Mr. Gore.
Man, bear, pig is real. I'm for cereal.
That's unbelievable. Joey, what would you say would be your favorite thing about late season hunting? Birds?
Man, bear, pig is real. Guys, I'm super cereal. Cereal.
It's a really good. It's pretty good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Welcome to South Park Elementary.
So I'll tell you guys some of my favorite stuff.
No,
Just like the rest of the pod, Joey just
he only
interrupts
speaks in
with South Park references.
Oh my God. What's my favorite thing about late season?
What's one of your favorite things about late season hunting?
Birds becoming congregated, right? So usually when it's late season here in Minnesota, it's very, very cold. And so shit starts freezing up. And when shit starts freezing up, they really start to use one or two roosts in a certain area, and then you can really pinpoint them. And then if you can pinpoint transition water before and after feeding, it's usually like 9 to 11 when it's really hot. Oh my God, it's like my favorite, dude.
Dude, it's crazy too because I never really thought of it this way until Scott said it on our podcast. But it's funny that the transition of the seasons really happen for us typically on a normal year in Minnesota. And so there is kind of this like developing through the season where I get more and more excited for the end of duck season because I feel like we're going to have real chances to shoot birds. Not that there's not ever like any birds in Minnesota during the early part of the year, but
you get bigger groups.
And you go through phases too, you know, because after duck opener, October is notoriously very slow in Minnesota. And a lot of the time, especially with the weather lately, we just have no birds because things haven't pushed yet. But a lot of the people that hunt further south, like Scott was saying, like they start their year with ducks. Like they have ducks right away. That's such a crazy thought to just be in a spot where, yeah, like your season starts and they're already there and they stay there until you're done. Which they don't always, necessarily just like stay there until you're done. But it is just kind of nuts. It's just a totally different mentality. I actually like hunting spots where you're breaking ice.
Oh, I love it.
It's so much fun. And birds just act really stupid if you have a good spot
they're
for
in
it.
survival mode, whether they're feeding or whether they're going to the water. They're just in survival mode.
Yeah. And getting ready to leave, typically, if it's that cold.
It's that sense of urgency that makes them do something stupid.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, there's 100 sleeper decoys on the ice right here, and then there's 8 floaters in this perfectly circular body of water that an ice eater definitely kept open. I better go right to that.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's simulating a bunch of birds keeping a little pot of water open.
Right.
It's cool as shit.
It's so cool. I really want to do that this year. Like somewhere, somehow, I just feel like we need to run an ice eater.
Yeah,
I don't know if we're going to have a chance.
I don't think we're going to get the chance.
Maybe for geese, but
yeah, we could do something cool with the geese.
Yeah.
No, it's really fun. I really like it when it's cold and it's sunny. Because then if you're hunting water, you're going to kill them.
Yeah.
So like you're not in the sun, you're very, very cold. The second that sun comes out, it's just like, I just love that feeling. You can see your breath, kind of cold.
Yep.
Sun hits your face, you're just like, oh my God. I love that about late season hunts.
That is really fun. And there's, it just feels like duck hunting if you can see your breath a lot. If you see a lot of breath, that feels like duck hunting. Birds are different too. Just outside of them being like in survival mode, you know what I mean? Like the way that the way that you'll see birds move, I think you're seeing a lot more groups, I think, of bigger birds at times, just depending, because you're actually seeing migrating birds, which you don't see all that much sometimes in Minnesota. So it's actually fun to see good numbers.
Mm-hmm.
But I think late season, even in like, we've been to Louisiana for late season, other parts of the country for late season, I think maybe not as fun, depending on the situation.
No, yeah, they're just waiting for birds.
Yeah. Which is just something I was thinking about today. It's just funny because we get so excited, and I feel like I don't know exactly what it's like to start your season, but at the end of the season, when we've been in some of those places, it's sad. It's
depressing.
Can be sad, dude.
It's depressing.
We're the opposite. It feels like it's usually getting better, and to be in a spot where it's getting worse would be kind of weird.
Right. One really cool thing about late season, especially if you're a water hunter, is it's so cold that you're probably the only person out there.
True.
You know? So it's like the real people that are really mad at them that are going out. So like you don't have to worry about getting there 2.5 hours before shooting light on public water, because a lot of people in -5-degree weather are not going to be busting ice at the boat ramp.
Yeah.
You know?
There's always that first day of the year, too, that you hunt when it is freezing out, and you forget
your call locks up.
Your call is going to lock up, and you go to just rip, and there's a group of birds, and right, you sound like an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I love late season hunting, man. It's just, I don't know.
Feels like duck hunting. Feels like there's birds there to hunt.
Yeah. You're just like more excited about it.
Yeah.
Did you hear, do you know when Canada's election is going on?
No.
No? Well, Trudeau has a really good opposition against him right now. His name is Pierre Poilievre.
Okay.
And there's a huge conspiracy going on right now that he's like going to try to merge with the United States. Like if he wins, he's just going to connect it to the United States and make it the United States of North America.
Bro,
it's crazy.
Like
it's
is crazy.
It's not like a fringe.
What?
It's not like a fringe conspiracy.
Uh-huh.
It's like a. You've heard it too?
No.
Oh no.
What is happening? How does this relate to late season hunting?
Because could you imagine if that actually happened and that was just a part of the United States of America?
Canada
just became like the laws were the same, you know? So like you could just go, there is no border. You can just go up there.
Yeah, no, it'd be insane.
It'd be insane. I think that would change a lot of things.
You said it's not a conspiracy theory?
It's not a fringe conspiracy theory. Like I just saw it a week ago for the first time.
Uh-huh.
And ever since then, like, you know how you can click on like search topics? There's like hundreds of videos about it, about people like talking about it and shit.
Where did you see this?
TikTok, Instagram,
okay.
YouTube, and Reddit.
No, that would be insane, bro.
It'd be the coolest thing ever. Like from a hunting standpoint,
it's gonna happen, but
I don't think so. I don't think that he's gonna allow someone to beat him.
I mean,
personally.
the amount of like,
could you just think about the possibilities, the opportunities that could come from that?
The legal trouble, the endless, copious amounts of piled high paperwork to transfer all of the Canadian government to the United States government.
It's not that many. It's not that many people.
Yeah,
it's really not. Think of it as like a Virgin Islands or Costa Rica.
You're comparing Canada to the Virgin Islands,
population-wise?
Joey,
I don't know.
Canada isn't all Saskatchewan.
You think Canada is the same population as the Virgin Islands?
Canada has 40 million people in it.
Total?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot.
How many people live in the Virgin Islands?
I could tell you it's not 40 million.
Probably a couple 100,000. No, but like Costa Rica,
100,000 actually.
Costa Rica, Virgin Islands, Alaska, Hawaii back in the day. The last few states that we brought into ourselves.
Total of 1 million population.
Right. 40 million is a little different.
It's a whole country.
This guy.
It's like a huge country. Woo! Toronto has like 400,000 people living in it.
Math.
Joey's like, dude, we could just. It's like taking over Alaska.
Pretty much.
Dude, I love your mentality. Like, I'm in, dude. Let's go get him.
Let's go get him.
Let's go get Canada, dude.
There's like if he wins, they're just going to allow us to, they're going to invite us to just take them over.
Sure.
We take back
Otherwise-
what's ours.
Otherwise, it would just be merging the two countries into one.
Wow.
Be crazy.
Fucking, that sounds nuts.
How wild would that be, though?
Harder. We just take back what's ours.
Imagine there's no like border.
So bad.
Take back what's ours.
There's no border. Yeah. No, dude, I'm imagining it. Yeah. It would be insane. We would just be a huge country. Massive country.
Because like think about how many large cities in Canada, Toronto, Vancouver.
Yeah, but they only have the population of the Virgin Islands, so it's not too much.
No, that's
So,
it right there. though.
What's the other one?
Ottawa.
on the far
Montreal.
east, west.
Edmonton.
Those are all Edmonton's pretty far north, but most of their heavily populated cities in Canada are not far from the border of America, and so if you think about it, it's not that crazy.
Yeah.
Like
No, it's-
Saskatoon is like 200,000 people.
Yeah, that I don't know if that's I don't know the exact number, but that sounds probably about right.
Right, and then Edmonton's actually pretty far up there. I think they had 400,000.
I have no idea. I think you don't either, if I'm being honest.
Not at all.
How many people does Edmonton have?
Over 1 million.
Damn.
Yeah, I was just listen, man.
Damn.
I just don't know if we know that much about
I just
Canadian
saw-
cities and
I
stuff.
saw the Fringe, or maybe it is Fringe.
Yeah.
It's French.
Yeah,
The
Yep.
Fringe
Fringe,
conspiracy theory, and I'm like, that would be so fucking
Right.
cool.
There's like 800 million people on TikTok, and Joey's like, there's like 47 videos of people talking about this.
it was a lot. It was a lot of videos, all right.
No, dude, I think we could take over Canada. I don't think that's going to happen, but that would be insane.
cool.
It'd be so fun to not have to get the whole border thing dealt with when we just want to go up there and hunt.
They just have different seasons, and
Yeah.
you go up there whenever. Imagine that not being.
Would it
like the
suck if
8-bird
all the
limit.
seasons went away?
What do you mean?
Like right now, they have such long seasons, and like all of a sudden it's going to be super regulated because America would have it. If America had it, there's no way they'd let you shoot 8 of whatever you want up there, and no chance. It's just all of a sudden be like Minnesota North. You know,
Maybe.
you can shoot one pintail, and that's what it'd be.
Right, which everyone I've talked to this year has been like, the pintail population is out of control. Everybody this year has said they've never seen so many pintails.
Right, but the numbers are down. So
Right.
do the math. All right. Well, thanks for listening, guys. We appreciate it.
You
This
do
has
the
been a
math.
10-minute Tuesday on if the United States took over Canada. See you on the next one.